Mark Zero's XCOM The Long War. Let's play.
Hello everyone, welcome back to The Long War. When last we left you, we completed Operation Lazy Serpent and retrieved Shaojie Zhang from China. But now we have a shot-down scout to deal with up in Canada. I'm not going to let this linger. I was thinking about running the timer out a little bit and seeing if I could get some people back. I did get one thing of note that I want everybody to be aware of. The Foundry project for alloy jacketed rounds has completed. I'm not building them yet. I'm going to wait until we get done with this mission, and then I'm going to build probably 2 of these. The purpose of the alloy jacketed rounds is to kind of bridge the gap as we work towards beam tech, because we're not going to be able to immediately get the advanced beam lasers, sniper rifles, scatter laser shotguns, etc. So these are going to be used on our snipers and our assaults primarily. You know, in the meantime, we might throw it on, like, if we got somebody with a battle rifle or something like that, somebody that needs to hit real hard. We'll end up giving them the alloy jacketed rounds. But those aren't going to be completed until we build them, and then not until 5 days after that. So we won't worry about it now, just it popped while I was setting things up, so it was worth showing everybody. But we're not going to wait and try to get soldiers back by running the timer. We're going to go right into this mission. I've got a squad queued up in the hangar. Let's take a look. Alright, I'm going to try to get through this a little bit faster since I spent way too much time in the last mission talking about all this stuff. But basically the idea here is that since it's a shot-down scout and we're not expecting a lot of resistance because, you know, some of them died in the crash, I'm going to risk bringing 2 PFCs, especially since I can bring 5 people who are not PFCs. Considered bringing the Shiv on this one, changed my mind. So, we have Pico as our engineer. Pico is rocking the support grenades build, so I've got 2 APs and a smoke grenade. I'm taking the APs just in the interest of that Pico is basically not going to kill cover with grenades, but she can kill units with grenades, so I think that bringing the APs for a little more damage makes a little bit more sense. Moving on, we have Psycho Destructo as our gunner. Psycho is carrying one of the 2 battle scanners and a scope. The health is low on this mission, so we're going to have to be careful about positioning, but I did that to try and keep the mobility high, so we're just going to have to be a little bit careful. Drum Thulu is our muscle on this mission. Lone Wolf disabling shot sniper, highest rank on the squad. Not likely to level even with a bunch of kills on this mission because we don't anticipate enough aliens. But scope, medikit, should be fine just posting up in a position in the back. Blumpus running as our Overwatch infantry for this mission. Scope, alloy plate. Blumpus is going to kind of be a pseudo-tank in a lot of ways in this mission. I expect to have Blumpus up front in pole position, watching for things to move around, firing back at them. Alan Zero is the other half of our muscle for this mission. Battle scanner, alloy plating, basic specialist scout, so lightning reflexes. Not a whole lot of mobility on Alan. I could switch Alan into the tack armor to try and get some of that mobility back. However, since we have a lot of people with low health, I need somebody with fairly high health. 9 isn't fantastic, but it should be enough to at least take a punch if necessary. So that's how we're going to use Alan for this one. And then our 2 PFCs on this mission. That's Alan. Never mind. Sabrina Allison joins us again. Sabrina was already on a mission, so sitting at 100 out of 120 XP. So Sabrina will level this mission. Amusingly, Sabrina does have 1 kill and didn't level, which is a little bit strange. But we will be getting Sabrina a level. Scope, alloy plate, shouldn't be a problem. Kitty Disco joins us on her first mission. Kitty Disco has average stats and used Will as a dump stat. Just to give you guys an idea of how I plan to use these 2 PFCs, Kitty Disco is likely going to become a medic. Sabrina Allison is likely going to become a Rocketeer. Sabrina's got the stats for it. Not great health, but great move, decent aim. I need some Rocketeers, so Sabrina's going to be a Rocketeer as long as she levels. Kitty Disco, the stats, honestly, are not that impressive anywhere except for Will being used as a dump stat. You know what I might as well do with somebody who's got will being used as a dump stat? Medic. They have tons of will anyway, so it works out well. That's our squad. Let's go ahead and hit the ground running in Canada.
Dropship has arrived.
Alright, let's hit it.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. It looks like we got lucky. The alien crash site is in a remote area, away from any major city centers. We should get down there and secure the site ASAP.
Okay, now this is like... I'm going to fire the mission naming guy, the officer in charge of naming missions, because this is the most ominous mission name I've ever seen. Operation Bleeding Grave will be a UFO crash site in Canada, and let's hope that the Bleeding Grave is for the aliens. Here we go.
Come in, HQ. Big Sky has reached the outer marker. Approaching the crash site now. Strike team is awaiting your orders.
Affirmative, Big Sky. Strike 1 is free to engage hostile targets at the crash site.
Alrighty, so... the barn level, there's a couple of things we can do with. I can see meld in the distance over here, so we're probably moving towards that. We may want to clear the interior of the barn, just to make sure that there's nothing in there. I may do that with a battle scanner. I need to save at least one battle scanner for the UFO so I can find the outsider. In the meantime, I'm thinking that we will have Drumthulu posting up on this series of silos. If Drumthulu's up on this silo, she should have a good full view of the alien craft down here. It's kind of a big spread out map. We could get contacts down here, we could get contacts in the field down there in the darkness right now. There could even be contacts inside this barn. So, let's see what we can do for starters. Now I could post Psycho Destructo up here to see if there's anything inside the barn to begin with.
Copy that.
Okay, interior of the barn looks clear. Now I could throw a battle scanner and try to really clear it, but for now I'm not going to worry about it. Now the other option that we've got here would be to try and post Drumthulu up on the upper floor of the barn, overlooking this meld canister, but I honestly think that we are going to do more on top of the silo than we will on top of the barn, he says, rethinking his idea as he's talking about it. Let's see. Yep, no, I'm going to go with this idea. We're going to start out on this silo. Let's see, can I get my movement thing? There we go.
Affirmative.
Let's start out on here. And this will likely be a steadied weapon. And then we can move up as need be. Blumpus. We are looking at an Overwatch in this position. Alan, I'm going to actually gold move up. Let's move up to here first. Clear, okay. Now I could get to here, but that risks an activation, so we're going to go to here. And... Pico. Pico, Pico, Pico. I think Pico is okay. You know what? I should keep people kind of clustered here. So Pico
Yes, Commander.
can go here, probably with the intention to get behind this forklift or behind that silo. We're going to put Sabrina Allison
Copy that.
into the high cover here with intent to move forward. We're going to put Kitty Disco
Już tam idę.
into the low cover here. And let's put Psycho Destructo
Heading to that location.
up on the tail end here, possibly to take this cover.
Wywatruję nieprzyjaciół. Come get some.
We'll do some overwatching, we'll do some weapon steadying, let's see what we get.
Moving to Overwatch.
Okay, we know that there are thin men. Blumpus to here. The cover's not great. Let's see what we can do. Let's start moving forward with our scout, since that's what the scout is meant to do. I'm gonna go with...
That's affirmative. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that is what we're looking for. Unfortunately, what we're also looking for is alien contacts. And I'm tempted to blow the battle scanner at this point and see what is over here. So, let's do that. Yeah, this looks good. Let's see what we can find. Worst case scenario, I can always breach a UFO without knowing where the outsider is and just react to it. Okay, we have contact. I would like it, camera, if you allow me to look at the contact instead of looking at Drumthulu. What we got? Okay, I know I hear battle music. I can't see anything. Oh, here we go. Okay. We have a pod of 4 thin men waiting for us by the meld. Inside the UFO. So we're going to need to be careful about how we activate them. And this might be our one and only chance to move Drumthulu up and steady. So we definitely don't want to activate this turn. We want to move Drumthulu to here and steady it.
Affirmative.
I know I could probably get a shot from the back silo, but I want to make sure that we're at least somewhat clear of the barn here. Weapon steady. Now as for everybody else, let's get Blumpus up to here. Blumpus's move isn't great, so there we go. Kitty Disco might need to hang back. We can get Pico up to here.
Heading out.
Let's do that. We don't want Pico on the front lines because she's a bit squishy. Sabrina Allison can take the high cover. And Kitty Disco, thinking you're gonna dash. Can I get you to dash into this low cover here and just hang out? Or is that gonna be I think that might be too close. Let's stick to here. Or actually, we can get to here. Yeah, that could end up being a flank. Alright, rad. And actually, that could allow us to get Psycho Destructo into a decent position. This could be a tiny bit risky. These guys are pretty far back, though. Alright, I'm going to take the slightly risky move here with Psycho. Actually, no I'm not. It's the last move of the turn. Don't do something risky on the last move of the turn.
Roger that. Scanning.
Especially since Psycho doesn't have a ton of health.
Overwatch. Aye, aye. On Overwatch.
Alrighty. Let's see what they do. They're either going to move towards me or they're going to move further into the UFO. They're running out into the field. Well, that makes it a little harder to hit them with our sniper. Which is irritating. Alright, so we're going to want to have the sniper over here.
Moving out.
I bet you now we're going to get a squad sight. Let's see what we get. Nothing. Well, we're going to keep moving up these silos then. So, let's see. That sort of borks our activation over here. It means we might need to cut somebody through the barn. I don't want it to be Blumpus. Could be Sabrina. Let's see. Let's get to here first. Okay. And Now, I'm worried that moving too far this way could risk an activation, so... let's cut it to here.
Heading there now.
Alright, good. I'll probably just go through that window. As needed.
Heading to that location.
Alrighty. We're just going to close in on this meld slowly but surely. In fact, we'll move Alan to here. See if we can get Blumpus on the end of that tractor. We can't because Blumpus has horrible move.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Blumpus has really horrible move, actually. That's... like, everybody else can get to that tractor. Blumpus can't. Well, Kitty Disco kinda can't. Alright. We'll move it to here. No active... oh! Here comes the cavalry. Wow, they ran really far away. They ran really far away. Okay, well, let's get you on the other side of this, just in case. And... let's see. We don't need to do any grenading, any smoke grenading yet with Pico.
I'm rolling.
Let's get over to this side, though.
Roger that.
And start overwatching.
Get some.
Here comes a brave guy. So that was what, 4? Let's put down a dice with 4 on it. Okay. Overwatch. 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 Okay. So they're daring us to come to them. And that's it for our battle scanner. So now we know that we can get a flank on them from here.
Position confirmed.
Do we want to open this door yet? Is the big question. And everybody else that might be able to see them is going to have a bit of a hard time. Pico, you probably can't reach, can you? No, I should have moved you more forward. From Thulu, can you get any eyes on? Of course you can't. I'd need to have you over on that silo, and then you'd have eyes on all of them. But you would have activated to get there. As usual, my sniper positioning is fantastic. So, we got 34s and an Overwatch. Let's try to wound them. Yeah, that was expected.
Target's still up.
All right.
Field, Commander.
Now, Alan, I'm not really sure what we can do with you yet. And we don't want to run out with Kitty Disco. We could begin to get Psycho Destructo in here. This could run an Overwatch. That could run an Overwatch. No, I think his line of sight might be blocked. But I'm not convinced of it. I don't think... Let's try this. No, you can't step out and see him. Well, let's Overwatch just in case. And then we'll move back next turn. Going after this meld may have not been the best idea. Now, I don't want to run these Overwatches with Alan if I don't have to, because there's 3 of them. The first one is not likely to hit, the rest of them are. So, I'm thinking we're just going to keep it where it is here. Here's line of sight. Yeah, I'm not willing to run that Overwatch, not yet. Are we far enough away with Pico? Possibly. Let's try it. Okay, great. That was risky, but it paid off.
I'm on it.
Alright. And Alan, you're just overwatching. There's not a lot I can do in this position. Other than spring this door. Which I don't want to do just yet. Alright, firing, covering. Good shot. Okay, so that'll reduce whatever he's about to try. Unfortunately, he still landed it. So we got an eye for an eye here. And we're going to lose Blumpus for a little bit. So now we need a heal on Blumpus. We've got an Overwatch to deal with. Let's see what we can do here. Alright. Wish I had a grenade. We can only see one. And we're gonna hit him. I need to somehow get Psycho Destructo into position in a way that does not involve being overwatched. Well, here's one way to do it. We brought smoke grenades for a reason, folks.
Got it covered.
Okay. Let's drop some smoke. What I want to do is try to get rid of that Overwatch so that we can get either Drumthulu or Kitty over to Blumpus. Okay. Let's try to get in position. Nope, there's the Overwatch. Okay, come on, Smoke, do your stuff. Good, alright. Well, now we don't have to worry about that Overwatch anymore. Whoop, and we've got 3-4 sectoids. This is getting interesting quick. Okay. Poor Alamaus. Which just leads me to believe that Sabrina is about to get over fucking run. He realizes. I don't know if there's anything we can do for Sabrina at this point. (31, 31, 46, 46). This alien has the ability to just outright flank. I am not 100% sure what to do here. I'm gonna run Alan Zero in here to deal with whatever's coming for Sabrina. Even though I can't take an action on this turn, but I can at least start moving in that direction. I can move Blumpus
Heading there now.
back to here and Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning. Affirmative.
The whole goal at this point is to try and keep Sabrina alive because they're all going to come into this barn. Let's heal up Blumpus.
You're fine.
I could Overwatch to try and discourage them from moving. We know that this one's going to move in. We know. Like, flat out, we know. We can get Kitty Disco to here. And that's another Overwatch. So, alright, we're basically at least attempting to use Sabrina as bait. I'm gonna keep this guy suppressed. Let's see what happens. Alright, predictably. Oh, he's just gonna fire. No, he's gonna acid. Okay. Dude, I don't even care. I'm gonna move. Alright, there's one thin man down. Overwatch. I'm not too scared of your Overwatch, buddy. Alright, what do we got? Psychic powers. Panic. Okay. At least it didn't chain. What are you gonna do? What was that, Mind Fray? Or did you both side panic one guy? You both side panicked one guy. Smart. Alright. Well, life's getting interesting. So we've got an Overwatch over here. We've got this guy who acided me. It's safe to assume that we're going to have other Overwatches to deal with. But the good news is we're alive for the moment. Can't quite get to where I need to be. Alright. And of course, Drumthulu can't see a damn thing. Like, today is just the day of Drumthulu not being able to see a damn thing. I think I've activated everything on the map at this point, except the Outsider. There might be one more pod. So I don't want to just run to there, but I could run to here. Let's try it. I don't see any Overwatches. Oh, here we go. I was wrong. Oh, right, that's the one health guy. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. He's having problems. He can't hit you. You're good. You're totally good. You need to leave. And we need to cover Psychodestructo. How do we cover Psychodestructo? Could we cover him
On the move.
with an Allen 0? We have a shot. We have a 75%. Let's remove this problem. Goodbye. Thank you for coming. Thank you for calling. We will see you at the next swap meet. Alright. We're going to end up having to take a move against the acid here. We're not going to hunker in place because Sabrina's dead if we hunker in place. What we could do is move Sabrina out of here.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Yep, that's alright. Take your acid hit. Take your medicine. It's okay. And let's put Kitty in a position where if anything decides it wants to run at Sabrina, we can deal with it. Lastly but not leastly, let's put Pico in a position where she can cover if someone runs at Psychodestructo. Oh, we have a shot. Nah, not a very good one. Well, we can keep him in place. And we could take a reload on Blumpus. Yeah, let's move up and take a reload on Blumpus. Now keep in mind, we gotta be careful with Blumpus because she took a shot earlier. What are you gonna do, buddy? Overwatch. No such luck.
Shot failed to connect.
It sure did. Oh, but he acided himself. And he overwatched and acided himself. Are they all just gonna run towards the... Yep, here's another one. Acid Cloud, Overwatch. Wonder if we can get a grenade over there. Ooh, double move. And no such luck on the Overwatch, unfortunately. Look at this brazen motherfucker over here. What do you think, just because you've, like, panicked him that you can go run right up and kill him? Come on, buddy. Why do you only have one? Oh, because they're... Really? Wait a minute. You only have one shot. You should be able to see these guys. There's a clear line of... Oh, my God. Oh, well. Alright. Well, Pico's got 4. You've got 1. And I don't want to run against all of those Overwatches with a sniper. So, let's see if you can finish this guy off. You had one job, Drum Thulu. 1. Now, I could have Alan make a very risky Overwatch run here. The best would be to get Alan into this position and just start shotgunning people, but I don't think we can do that. What we should do is switch Blumpus. Can we get Blumpus to here without pulling an Overwatch? I think we can. I hope we can. I'm gonna try. Okay. Alright. And... Pico, how are you looking on this guy? 56? Let's try it. Nah, no such.
Shot failed to connect.
It sure did. We could get Kitty over there and try it. Would that pull an Overwatch? I don't think so. He's acided anyway, so even if it does pull an Overwatch, he's not likely to hit with it. Let's try. No such. 44. See if you can kill him. There we go. One less sectoid. Alrighty. Now, I think that what that means here is that I am going to move Alan to...
Moving out.
Yeah. Oh, you sly dogs. Okay. What else we got here? Can't do a lot with Psycho Destruct, though.
That's affirmative.
Let's hunker it. Can I get to here without an Overwatch? I think I can. I think I can. No, I can't. He can see that. Okay. Abysmal chance to hit there. What's your pistol look like? Not much better. Sabrina needs to hunker because acid is a thing. What can we do? What can we do? I'm gonna get away from the door because the thin man is going to possibly spit at me. Or actually... No, even if I hunker it, the thin man can spit at me and then that would just... reapply all the acid that we're trying to get rid of. Let's go back to where we were. Maybe we can rush out in the next turn. Sectoid, you better not do anything. You're acided. There's the Mind Merge. Up to 6 health now. He's gonna run around and in. Or over there anyway. This guy might kill himself on the acid. 1 hit point left. It's a shame I don't have an arc thrower. Yeah? Really? Blumpus has something to say about that. No, maybe not.
Damn it.
Okay, good. Miss. We could flank him next turn. Are we still acided over here? Really? We really are. Yep, okay. So we gotta hold that position for a minute. And just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I really need to make it a habit to shut Spotify off before I go into the game. Alright. We got a 47% chance to, like, push this guy in. Let's give it a try. Come on, Drum Thulu. Come on, buddy. Maybe not. Okay.
Adjusting.
No such luck. Well, we might be throwing a grenade at him. Can we reach? We can sure reach. Okay. So we could throw a grenade at him. We could also run out and just blow his face off with Alan. I'm not terribly worried about this Overwatch. Because this guy, I believe, is still acided. So, it shouldn't even be an issue. Let's see. Is Psycho Destructo still hallucinating? I don't think so. Yep. Battle fatigued, but not hallucinating. We gotta deal with this guy over here. Would that be considered visual range? If it would, we can suppress him.
Good to go.
Oh, I have a flank. Who am I flanking? I have a flank on the guy I was gonna suppress. Well, shoot. That's one less Thin Man. So we got one of those to go. Now, Kitty Disco could either run in and neutralize the acid. I almost want to hang on to that medikit just in case. And I kind of want to, like, move up to here with Blumpus. Now, that would require running an Overwatch. If I'm gonna run an Overwatch, I might want to do it with Alan. So I could either grenade this guy into next week, and then set up an Overwatch to keep this guy from moving. And then whatever's down here, you know what I mean? Like, there's obviously a sectoid and a Thin Man down here somewhere. So that's the bad news on that idea, is I can run out and blow this guy's block off, but then what? You know what I mean? So I'm almost thinking the safer way to do this here is with a grenade. We'll do 4 damage. Won't kill him. But it'll definitely hurt him. Then we can Overwatch them. Oh, or it'll only do 2 damage. Alright, let's give this a try. This shouldn't pull an Overwatch. Okay, good, it didn't. And now we have visual on everything. I'm almost tempted to hunker, but we're gonna Overwatch and try to scare them. Now, the good news here is I've got control on this side now. And that's a useful thing, having control on this side. Now, I could either run out, blow this guy's head off, or I can move to here and get ready to do something next turn.
Moving out.
Alright. That'll be the plan there. And you're still suffering acid, yeah? Yes, you are. Okay, hunker it. Kita Disco! We don't want to stay pinned on this corner, so... I'm thinking watch through this window. Oh, we have a shot. we don't have a very good chance to hit. Alright, overwatch him. Try to keep him in place. Here we go. Mind merge. Can you hit him? Oh, Blumpus, I really wish you hadn't taken that wound.
Adjusting aim.
Because that would be beautiful if you could have killed him. Then again, maybe we could run out and shotgun him. Overwatch, hunkering. You're the threatening one. Oh, okay. Blumpus pretty much has to, like, evac at this point. Or is at least getting close to the point where she's going to have to evac. They're trying to kill Blumpus, basically. And that healed all the damage done by the AP grenade, sadly. Alright, time to start working this flank. Alan Zero, do your duty. Lightning reflexes, go, go, go. That's right. That's what you get. Alright. No flanks, really? 36, 42. You can't see him? You really can't see him. Well, take the better of the two shots. See if you can do a long range. Nope. Long range shotgun is an oxymoron. However, we've got a 62. Drum Thulu, can you take care of this guy? You can partially take care of him. Sabrina, why are you still acided? Lower the dose. Now, I could take a shot and then run away. I'm gonna just run away. Like, at this point, I almost am tempted to just remove Blumpus from the battlefield entirely. Now, Psycho Destructo, what can you do? You can suppress. Alright, keep that guy in place.
Need a resupply.
And... man, we are just bogged down here. I do have the ability to move up right now. And as we saw, the AP grenade did not do enough damage. So... let's start moving it around.
Orders confirmed.
We're going to cycle to their flank, basically. We're going to attempt to cycle to their flank. Sabrina, get your head down. Kitty, you gotta just heal Blumpus. As much as I don't want to use the last med kit for fear of a critical wound, we gotta keep Blumpus up above armor health. What are we doing? Continuing to mind merge. You're gonna probably spit acid. You're gonna overwatch. You're gonna hunker. You're going to fire back at your suppressor.
I'm taking fire.
You are no longer acided. Neither is Sabrina. Both of these things are advantageous. Alright, Drum Thulu. Take it again. Remove this overwatch. Or miss.
I'm running low on ammo.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you don't hit targets. We knew there was a sectoid. Yeah? Let's see, if I can put Sabrina... I can put Sabrina in there. Which means I could put Alan... I think he's probably too far away to get that off in one go. But I could put Alan up here. I can't get Kitty to where she needs to be. I Can't really get Blumpus to where he needs to, or where she needs to be. I need to reload here on Psycho. At this point, we almost have to like dare them to move into the barn here with us. All right, well, that would mean an Overwatch. Well, an Overwatch would get them to shoot at us. What if I just break line of sight with everything? I almost think that's a good idea, to just break line of sight with absolutely everything and see if they come in. Of course, that leaves me open to running Overwatches later, but... Or I could dash this Overwatch. Let me dash out here. Run the Overwatch. See where the sectoid is. Crazy idea, but it just might work. Yup, take a shot. That's right. Sure did. Because if I can get this back sectoid... There you are. As tempting as both of those shots are, we are not going to take them. Because we're going to run all the way to here. Now we know where he is. Meanwhile... back at the ranch... Pico's gonna smoke this door.
Moving out.
Sabrina, what kind of shot can you get? 15, 40. Alright, you're on Overwatch duty.
I'm on the move.
And we're gonna smoke Sabrina.
It's killing time.
We're gonna smoke Sabrina up. And I think we're also gonna move to here. Overwatch. Let's get the smoke grenade out.
Smokes in the air.
Alrighty. So that will hopefully keep Sabrina safe from the inevitable incoming fire. And that's right, Pico's able to do that once without using an action, so I could have moved, thrown that, and then overwatched. Instead, I'll move to here, so we can potentially throw a grenade next round. Blumpus, I can't put into a dangerous combat position at this point, because 6 hit points could be a crit for a kill. I could put Blumpus... You know what? I'm going to put Blumpus here.
10-4.
Alright. Out of line of sight. So, we got a mind merge, which is less than great. Of course, now we have a very good reason to kill that guy. You're gonna run. You're gonna die. That's it for Thin Men. Sabrina earns her promotion. Okay. Now, it's safe to assume that we have a sectoid overwatching somewhere over here. Let's move to here.
Moving out.
See if he moved. He did not. Peekaboo, motherfucker! Say goodnight. I wish I had a better shot on Drum Thulu, but I don't. But what I could do is move in with Sabrina and flank this guy. But let's see if Drumthulu makes a miracle shot here. That would be great. If you make this shot, you'll kill him and the one he's merged with. So let's give it a shot. Nope, no such luck.
Shot failed to connect. Can't engage.
Yep, shot did fail to connect. You are correct. Alright. Again, can't get a good position on Kitty. So I can either, like, go balls out and just try to murder this sectoid and get a double kill. Actually, that's a pretty safe bet here, because... Let me put Pico into position real quick.
Okay. Here they come.
Oh, or, you know, we'll just get flanked.
They're trying to flank us.
Yeah, they sure are.
Got it covered.
Get back inside. Nobody said it would be easy. What can we do with Blumpus? Anything? We can get a flank. Okay. 68 to hit. Blumpus, time to get your revenge. Maybe not.
I'm all out. Adjusting aim.
I mean, I could move to here and still get that flank. Who's flanking this? You're flanking this. Okay. Alright, well, let's make it interesting. Overwatch. What's your chance? 55? Take it from here. Don't step out of the smoke. Cool. Alright, so we're down to one sectoid and one outsider. So the good news is at least the outsider can't pull back up. Psycho Destructo. I would say dash it up, but that sectoid is going to prevent me from saying dash it up. But you know what we can do is we can suppress the sectoid. Let's do that. Let's keep you in place, because you're going to run anyway, so that'll be a shot. Yep, here we go. Come on, Psycho. That's it for that. Oh, except you just left Kitty standing out in the open. You... Oh, good and bad. Okay. He's backing up and going on Overwatch. Alright. Okay, so... all we have left is an outsider. This is why you never, ever... Even though we took 2 PFCs... You never, ever, ever take one of these small UFOs for granted, I guess. Because sometimes you can just get bad activations, and this is what happens, man. Alright. Ironically, you've got a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Which means if we can hold this guy in place...
Okay.
Alright, fall back.
Back in.
Reload.
Oh, yeah.
Reload. We need Kitty Disco. Where was that guy? Over here? Can we get to here? Don't pull. Okay, great. 24 to hit. Hunker.
Heading there now.
Overwatch, in case he runs at us. Blumpus, take a reload.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Psycho, overwatch it. Let's see what he does. Not much. Okay. But we can see him. He's overwatching. We have a 57 to hit him. If I steady and he stays there... we could get a much better shot at him. Okay, we're gonna do that.
I feel, Commander.
Can I suppress him? Now we gotta be careful about moving Kitty. So you can see Kitty. Can't see Blumpus. Is this in his sight range? Like, is any of this flank? None of this is flank.
Got it.
Okay, you should be fine. I was about to say famous last words. Alright.
I'm on it, Commander.
Hunker. Now, if I can basically move Kitty Disco without getting shot at by like one tile, I could get Psycho into position. That's sight range. Yeah, this is visual range for him. So, this is not, this is not, this is not. In theory, we can set up an Overwatch here. Of course, could get crit right out of it. Well, we did this run with Kitty. Good, we have visual. Suppress him. That'll keep him from being able to really move. You've only got a 24, but who knows, we could get lucky here. Alright, he's just going to regenerate that. But it gives him something to think about. Either one of you could get crit right out of cover, so...
Position confirmed.
Don't get shot at. Okay.
Roger.
Overwatch. See what you do. You're going to fire back at Psycho, most likely. Okay, good. And a regenerate, which is expected. Okay, so you fired back and regenerated, which means...
On the move.
now we can start closing in on you. 77. Let's start the party. Drum Thulu, you are doing nothing for me this round. Alan, start closing in on this guy.
Okay.
Kitty, move in. Reload. If nothing else, we can start closing the net on him.
That's affirmative.
Psycho, better cover. And
Locked and loaded.
reload it, because we know we can. Now, I don't want to dash to here with Pico, because Pico is too squishy.
Roger.
This is going to be an
Got my eyes on.
Overwatch. Sabrina, what can you do?
Roger. Tracking.
And this will be an Overwatch out of visual range. If I can get Pico more forward, I can grenade him.
Location confirmed.
And now's my chance to move people forward before it goes back on Overwatch. He's going to fire. Come on, cover. Come on, Blumpus. Not so much.
Target's still up.
Don't get shot, Psycho.
Incoming fire.
Good man. Now we can suppress again. My kingdom for holo targeting. And Alan can get up kind of close and personal with this guy now. Yeah, 81 to hit. Nice critical. Very nice critical. Alright. Drumthulu's on a 57. Kitty. Kitty cannot get close enough. Well, Kitty can get into hive cover. Or full cover. Okay. We've only got a 27 to hit him. I'm feeling generous today, though. Why not? Nah, no such luck. We could blow him up with Pico. What do we got for shots from where we're standing? 23?
Solid copy.
What if we move to here? 23. Hunker. You've got a 57% chance to end this. Another miss.
Wide.
Okay. Sabrina, at this point you're going to want to move in.
Solid copy, Commander.
Now I think we can throw a grenade and end this guy. What do we got, Psycho? 31 to hit? That's going to be suppression. And you know what? We can't take a corpse back anyway for these things. So, Pico. What's your grenade range? Debating whether or not to, like, move out in the open. Let's not risk it. Just in case. Let's not risk it. Alright, we can still get the grenade from here. We want to put it right next to him, and hopefully this is game over for this guy. Have some shrapnel. It's part of a balanced breakfast.
We nailed it, Commander.
Alright, and that was Operation Bleeding Grave. No operatives killed. Some operatives wounded. I don't think Kitty Disco is going to get a level on this one, but Sabrina Allison definitely did. And, actually, I'm not sure if... I think Pico activated the Outsider, so I think that if you have a rookie activate the Outsider, you get more experience, but Pico is not a rookie. So, all in all, a little bit of a bumpy start, not a bad finish. Always be careful when you're walking your PFCs. Let's head back to base. See what we got. Alright, took a couple of wounds. Let's look down the whole list here. Mostly fatigue, which is good. And actually, Kitty Disco did get a promotion. Kitty Disco has been promoted to Specialist. I'm going right for Medic. The stats are not tremendously remarkable, and she took Will as a dump stat, so might as well. Welcome to the Medic Corps, Kitty Disco. We look forward to a long, proud career of you keeping our soldiers alive. I'm not sure if I'll have you go smoke grenades. Your aim is okay, so I may have you take some shooting perks if we can keep you around. We'll figure it out as we go. In the meantime, Sabrina Allison, it's like the game knows what I want to do. Welcome to the Rocketeer Corps. We will issue you one standard issue XCOM rocket launcher with which to pulverize aliens. Nice to have a third Rocketeer. Psycho Destructo. I can't remember if I was going to do Bullet Wizard or Flush with you. I think I wanted to do Flush. I'm not building any covering fire like Smart Gunners just yet. That may come later. But I'm thinking Flush Heat is probably where we're going with you. But I will palm that for now until I take a look at the state of my other gunners and determine whether or not I need a Bullet Wizard. Blumpus is out for 17 days. Psycho Destructo is out for 11. Not terrible. The wounds are... Yeah, I mean, we're trying to take as few wounds as possible, but the wounds could have been a lot worse. We have 4 sectoid corpses, 4 thin man corpses, a nice Nice pile of Illyrium. That's an unexpectedly large pile of Illyrium. Wish it had been alloys, though. We did get some weapon fragments, not a ton of meld. An intact power source, which is kind of nice, and 2 damaged flight computers. So, first things first, let's sell these flight computers. 15 bucks a pop. Hey, guess what we're going to turn that flight computer money into? Sweet, sweet alloy jacketed rounds. Yep, 12 alloys, not terrible. I think that mission basically paid for our alloy jacketed rounds. Now, I'm only building 2 because I don't intend to stay on ballistics for too long, and I want these to only be used on key characters, namely snipers and assaults, because they're not going to get their beam lasers until well after everybody else. I may make more of these. My other reasoning behind alloy jacketed rounds is that I can recycle them in Gauss Tech. So I can make really, really strong Gauss. I can basically take Gauss Tech up to Pulse. So let's submit that order. And unfortunately, not a lot in the way of being able to build Shiv items yet. What do we got in the foundry? I know that we're working on Shiv suppression. Alien metallurgy would be great, but we don't have the money for it right now. I think that's it for now. Nothing in the repair bay, right? Yeah, we're still repairing alloy plating. Okay, let's move time forward. Time marches on! Heavy U activity over France. And this is what we were worried about. Aliens are terrorizing France. We can't quite let that go unanswered. We have 24 hours. And we have a Spartan roster here. We might actually have to either fatigue people or pass up a terror mission. And passing up a terror mission is a terrible, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad idea. The good news is it's in Europe, and we already know we're losing Europe. I'm not willing to send a PFC. Just straight up, I am not willing. I can get Sean Devlin back in 13 hours. I have 24 hours. I can get Sean back in 13. I can get Neith back in 4. I can get Sarah Ivy in 6. Everybody else is wounded. I could potentially get TS Moth. Ugh. This is the situation you do not want to be in. But that is a situation for next time. I have been Mark Zero. If you liked today's episode, please click the like button. If you would like to see more of the war effort, please consider subscribing. We will see you next time. Take care.